Hello, I'm Paul McCarthy, Key Account Manager at Santander. Welcome to the short presentation on our self-employed policy. This will cover some policy highlights and the completion of the accountant certificate, so you're able to vet what the customer's accountant provides you with before passing this on to us at Santander. The first subject to tackle is the percentage of ownership that constitutes self-employment in our lending policy, which is 20%. So if your customer owns 20% or more of the business, they will be treated as self-employed. Second subject here is the minimum trading period, and this is really important. We'll accept cases on a residential basis where a minimum of 2 years trading figures can be supplied. So we'll not accept 1 year and a draft, or a startup year of less than 12 months followed by a full year's trading. In summary, there must be a full 2 years figures available to us. Following on from that, the most recent figures available may not be older than 18 months. And again, that's absolutely central to our policy. We'll accept an accountant certificate where the loan to value is no higher than 90%. Also, we would accept self-employed self-assessment tax calculation forms known as SA302s and the accompanying tax year overview. And again, they would have to cover a minimum of 24 trading months. For a limited company, the accountant certificate is very much the recommended option. Many people choose the accountant certificate, and we'll cover how that should be filled in shortly on another slide. If this is a case where the loan to value is over 90%, our requirements are different and 3 years figures are required, and we don't accept the accountant certificate in those circumstances. So it would need to be SA302s and TYOs or the full accounts themselves. So what income will we accept for the different trading styles of sole trader, partnership and limited company? We accept a share of net profit for sole traders, subcontractors and partners, and we accept salary and dividends for directors of limited companies. We don't accept either directors' loans and we don't or retained profits. It's really important to note that we restrict the level of dividend we use to the share of net profit after tax for a limited company director. So if an applicant's dividends exceed net profit, the figure used for affordability must not exceed the net profit figure. If the customer is a partner in a professional business, for example, a firm of accountants, solicitors, or a doctor's practice, and where there are 8 or more partners, we'll accept a reference on the basis of the details shown on the right-hand side. This slide covers a lot of detail, and I'm going to pick up 3 or 4 key topics that we see more cases on. Firstly, people working for family businesses. For these customers, we'll request the latest monthly payslip supported by year-to-date figures and bank statements showing the latest 3 months salary credits. The usual rules about payslip age apply. So this is for people who have no shareholding in a family business or have a small shareholding of less than 20% in a family business. Customers self-employed and working for an umbrella company have different packaging requirements. They must be treated as self-employed and will request in all cases the last 2 years SA302s along with the TYOs. We'll also ask for a copy of the contract for the firm they're currently working with and also evidence of future contracts. Talking about contractors and generally self-employed customers, the following principles apply, and they're shown on the right-hand side of the screen. Income must be sustainable, and income evidence and business accounts must demonstrate a positive trend of profitability. We request a minimum of 2 years income evidence. However, where the most recent year's accounts show a drop in profit, we would suggest you provide 3 years income evidence and an explanation for this. We'd reserve the right to request full accounts or additional income evidence on any case to establish the applicant's sustainable income. Importantly, we'll consider taking the latest year's figures with supporting commentary and rationale from the accountant on the sustainability of that level of income. That can be important in new businesses where profits are growing, The accountant's certificate provides an area for the accountant to make qualifying remarks. A letter addressed to Santander on headed paper from the accountant would be acceptable if more space is required. The two final slides offer you some hints on assessing the information supplied by the accountant and can serve as prompts for you in discussing the completion of the form with an accountant. In simple terms, whatever the trading style, all the boxes need to be completed. It's really important that where a customer has more than one company or trading style, that a separate certificate has been completed for each individual company. Have a look through the notes here on the screen. They should help you with accountants. Please make sure the accountant includes an explanation in Section E if there's been a sharp increase or decrease in profit or turnover. If there's been a decline in the profit or turnover in the latest year, the accountant should avoid using not applicable in these circumstances. The information they provide will enable our underwriter to assess whether the income is sustainable. There's a drop-down list on the form covering the accountancy qualifications acceptable to us, as the form must be signed by a suitably qualified accountant. A company signature or a signature from a self-employed applicant is not acceptable on this form.